backdoor, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for 2.
Go backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker, running out of goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good!
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the 3, and it's good!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and welcome in to the to yourliveevent.com, where we have the Climax-Fisher Knights at home at Fisher taking on the Fosston Greyhounds this evening, and a great matchup between the 12-2 Fosston Greyhounds taking on the 6-12 Climax-Fisher Knights. And actually, we're going to go ahead and before we dive into how these teams got here to this point, I'm actually going to be joined now by Adriana Rooney, head coach of the Climax-Fisher Knights. And Coach, thank you for joining me. I appreciate the time. And, for your girls coming in, you guys had a couple of days off. And what was the focus in practice, especially for these girls coming into tonight?
Honestly, just teamwork. Like a lot of keeping each other up. And, when times get tough, we just have to be there for each other. And hopefully, obviously we did other stuff too, but hopefully that carries over to today, because we know it's going to be a tough game, but just want to do our best.
And, especially for your girls, it seems like, they've had an added intensity, especially that we saw in the JV matchup there as well. Coming off of a loss, do you think that they're a little bit more hungry coming into tonight, especially in a tough matchup, going up against somebody like Fosston that's coming in 12-2?
Yeah, I hope we're ready to play today. They know that they didn't play their best the last time we played them, so they're ready for a rematch.
And for you especially, when it comes to these girls tonight, what's the area of improvement that you've seen from these girls over the last month and a half, especially?
So I always say that we have a young team, and we really do. Like, our team is very young. So just that they can take what they learn and then use it the next time. Maybe it's not the next time, maybe it's a couple of times after, but they adapt really well to certain situations, and we're all kind of learning together, so yeah, they're doing a good job with that.
Well, and Coach, for you, when it comes to these girls tonight, going up against a team like Fosston, what's the mindset that you got to have coming into a game like this, going up against Fosston, where, again, like you said, you faced them earlier in the year. Now you're trying to get revenge for that earlier in the year. What's the mindset you got to have coming in?
So every game we write a quote on the board, and our quote today is, the only person that stops you from being the best is you. So that's just, that's the mindset for today. You make a mistake, you have a turnover, just go back, get it back on defense. Make up for it. Don't hang your head. Once you start hanging your head, then that's when problems start happening. So, just basketball is supposed to be a fun game, and you can't forget that.
All right, and Coach, last thing for you, for the Knights to get a win here tonight, what needs to happen?
A lot. But we just got to play together and do all the little things. Yeah.
All right, Coach. Adriana Rooney of the Climax-Fisher Knights joining me on the yourliveevent.com pregame show. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to get into I actually got a chance to speak earlier with head coach Kelly Viken of the Fosston Greyhounds. Going to talk with him coming up after the break right here on yourliveevent.com. Stay with us.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
New and on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. New 29-foot Wilrich Chisel Pro. Call Chuck or Neil for pricing and more information on this new 29-foot Wilrich Chisel Pro. Also, they have the new 39-foot Wilrich Chisel Plow. Talk to Chuck or Neil and get the deal done on this new 39-foot Wilrich Chisel Plow at Ziegler Ag Equipment. Other used equipment on the lot, Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business. 218-784-2961.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com pregame show. Joined now by head coach Kelly Viken of the Fosston Greyhounds. And coach, coming into tonight, you guys coming off a 62-30 to win last night against Lake Park Audubon. When it comes to that back-to-back night turnaround, how do you feel these girls are prepared coming into tonight's game?
We're going to find out because we actually haven't had too many back-to-backs this year. This actually, I believe, be one of our first ones. We had one earlier in the season, but it got canceled due to a storm. So this, I believe, will actually be our first time of back-to-back.
Do you think that presents any challenges when it comes to these girls coming into tonight and again coming off a win like that?
It does. You know, we spent a lot of energy last night. We came out and played with a lot of intensity, and we played 2 solid halves. So we'll see how our legs are today. You know, we're not real deep off the bench. We have some girls that get a lot of time.
And, you know, you talk about Fosston Greyhound basketball. It starts with Kinsley Dupong. You know, what's she been like throughout this season and having, you know, her growth throughout this season?
She's been good, you know, and she's been hitting her outside shot more lately, playing well. She's a leader on the floor. But, you know, it's all 5 on the floor, whether we're playing offense or defense. It's all 5 on the floor, working as one unit. Offensively, we're trying to work the ball around. We're sharing the basketball and trying to get an open, high percentage shot.
And, Coach, last thing for you, for the Greyhounds to get a win here tonight, what needs to happen?
Well, we're going to have to play with lots of intensity like we did last night. We're going to have to play 2 solid halves. You know, we struggled a couple games with that. And we're going to have to keep the Hoffman girl in check. You know, you're not going to shut her down completely, but we can't let her go off for 35 and 15 rebounds tonight. So we'll have her hands full, and she's got some nice guards around her that can hit the outside shot as well.
All right, Coach, best of luck tonight. Looking forward to seeing how your girls play out there.
Thank you.
Special thanks to head coach Kelly Viken of the Fosston Greyhounds. Again, the Fosston Greyhounds 12-2 coming into tonight. They are taking on the Climax-Fisher Knights. We are live in Fisher on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. When we come back, we're going to get into how we got here up until this point, as well as dive into our still to come, our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, all right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Have you seen the huge selection of used vehicles that Christian Motors of Fertile has? Stop by the lot, talk with one of the guys about the huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and so much more. They've got a great selection of used vehicles right now. You can view them at christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. One of the biggest selection of used vehicles around, it's Christian Motors. They're proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile.
And welcome back into Fisher as we have the Fosston Greyhounds taking on the Climax-Fisher Knights right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Let's get into how these teams got here up until this point. Climax-Fisher Knights 6-12. They are coming off their loss against Norman County East Hewlin Hitterdall at home earlier in this week on Tuesday, 61-35 in their last contest. And again, getting the loss 61-35, Climax-Fisher was. But for Climax-Fisher, you know, prior to that, they also had a 66-50 win over Bagley. And then earlier in that week, it was a loss to Oak Grove at Oak Grove at 63-44. on the other side for the Fosston Greyhounds. The Greyhounds coming into tonight off a 62-30 win over Lake Park Audubon last night. So it's going to be interesting to see how these girls turn it around. Earlier in the week as well, they went ahead and took on Thief River Falls up at Thief River Falls. Only a 4-point loss against Thief River Falls, 44-40 in that game. And they had a 51-44 loss at home against Fertile Beltrami in that doubleheader, if you remember from last week. So that is how these teams got here up until this point. So again, Fosston Greyhounds, they are sitting at 12-2. And again, those two losses last week, Thief River Falls and Fertile Beltrami, those are the only two losses the Fosston Greyhounds have all season long. And so for the Climax-Fisher Knights, they come into tonight, again, trying to get back in the win column after falling to Norman County East Newland Hitterdal on Tuesday. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take one more timeout. When we come back, it's going to be time for the American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, as well as our keys to the game, right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
And welcome back into Fisher, where we have the Climax-Fisher Knights at home taking on the Fosston Greyhounds here this evening. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. And let's go ahead and get into our keys to the game. And let's start with the Fosston Greyhounds. And with the Fosston Greyhounds, it's really going to come down to the turnaround from last night. Keys for them is really going to be making sure that they're staying calm, staying cool, staying collected following the win last night. And again, that quick turnaround, like Coach Viken mentioned, this is the first time this season that they have had that back-to-back game turnaround here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go ahead and adapt to that here this evening. Now, On the other side for the Climax-Fisher Knights, it's going to be starting early and often for them. Again, if they're able to get into a rhythm early on, I think that this is going to be one that they can go ahead and keep pace with, especially. And it's also going to be getting Peyton Hoffman involved just in their last game. Normally coming in averaging around 20 points a game or more. Last game, just 11 in their loss to Norman County East Hewlin Hitterdal. So it's going to be an interesting turnaround for these two, or for these girls here this evening. So let's go ahead and get into our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups here this evening, and let's start with the Fosston Greyhounds. It's Brinley Mallon is going to be getting the start, as well as Vanessa Johnson, both juniors. The senior Caitlin Vesladal, he's going to be getting the start. Junior Callie Barak is going to be getting the start as well, and senior Kinsley Dupong, we talked about her with head coach Kelly Veeken. She will be in the starting lineup here this evening. On the other side of the Climax-Fisher Knights, it's going to be Lucy Polsrud out there with Danica Model, Hallie Reitmeyer, Claire Erickson, and 7th grader Peyton Hoffman out there rounding out the starting lineups for the Climax-Fisher Knights this evening. Again, Fosston Greyhounds 12-2, taking on the Climax-Fisher Knights here from Fisher. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. Thank you for joining us here on YourLiveEvent.com. This is the pregame show. That's going to do it for the pregame show. When we come back, it's going to be tip-off. It's going to be time for the ball for the Fosston Greyhounds to take on the Climax-Fisher Knights. Knights, Greyhounds in Fisher right here, YourLiveEvent.com. Stay tuned. Tip-off next.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they are preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agramax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agramax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agramax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they are preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses, and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and extracurricular activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Hello and welcome in to Fisher as we have Fosston Greyhounds taking on the Climax-Fisher Knights in girls basketball this evening. I am your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. You are locked into yourliveevent.com. Again, thank you for tuning in. As the starters get announced, we are all ready to go, getting everything finished off here. Crowd is already into it, ready to go for basketball. Again, thank you for tuning in this evening. And as the Knights get their starting lineups finished up here this evening, Fosston Greyhounds lining up for the tip. Getting the tip off here in moments here on yourliveevent.com. Again, the Fosston Greyhounds 12-2 coming into tonight. Climax-Fisher Knights 6-12. Greyhounds led by Kelly Viken, and the Climax-Fisher Knights led by Adriana Rooney. Again, thank you for joining us here this evening. And officials making sure that everything's checked, crossing their T's, dotting their I's, making sure everything's right. Fosston doing a quick switch, and the tip-off on the way. And the tip-off is up and won by the Greyhounds. That's going to be Vanessa Johnson picking that one up, who passes it back, and now it's going to be Brinley Mallon, who's going to go ahead and bring the ball into the front court. Pass over to Johnson. Johnson over to the corner. That's to Barack. It's going to go out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Greyhounds. So the inbounds pass coming. That, finding Barack. Pass over. Back to the corner. Shot from Brinley Mallon. No good, but the foul is going to be called. That's going to be a first one of the night there on Claire Erickson of Climax-Fisher. The inbounds pass coming for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds pass in, that going to Barack. Swinging it around, that's Kinsley Dupong with it. Johnson back to Dupong, back over to Barack. Again, Greyhound swinging it around right to left. Johnson gives it over to Dupong, gives it back to Johnson. Back over to Mallon. Back over to the outside. And finding Barack, back over to Dupong. Dupong covered by Reitmeyer. Back to Johnson. Moving back inside, and the shot going up, and no good. Rebound going to be grabbed. They're going to call a foul there. Caitlin Vesledal able to get the rebound and the shot up. So that will be some Agramax free throws on the way. Again, 218-891-2211. Call their Fisher location today. They're shaping the future of agriculture. That one up and good. That is the first point of the night. Caitlin Vesledal getting that up and good. And the second Agrimax free throw is also up and good. Caitlin Vesledal with the first 2 points of the game on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Reitmeyer, top of the key. Gives it over to Erickson. Polsrud trying to cut inside, able to get the layup up and good. Lucy Polsrud, first 2 points of the night for Climax-Fisher. We're all knotted up at 2. Vanessa Johnson will bring the ball into the forward court. Back over to Dupong, back to Johnson. Barak in the corner, almost knocked away by Model. Dupong, top of the key, giving it back over to Johnson. Swinging it back around over to the elbow, back to the outside of Dupong, inside. And shot up for Vesledal, no good. Second chance opportunity, no good. And Barak able to secure that one. Corner jumper up, no good. Rebound, that going to Peyton Hoffman. Peyton Hoffman now leading in transition for Climax-Fisher. Pass over to Reitmeyer, mid-range jumper up and good. Hallie Reitmeyer able to get the mid-range bucket. Climax-Fisher taking the lead 4-2. Pass inside, Vesledal, quick turnaround, shot up and good. Caitlin Vesledal has 4. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass back over to Reitmeyer. Firing that over to Model. Again, good ball movement tonight from Climax-Fisher. Fadeaway jumper up and good for Peyton Hoffman. 7th grader has her first 2 points of the night, and Climax-Fisher have the lead once again. Vanessa Johnson brings the ball into the forward court, covered closely there by Reitmeyer. Good ball movement. 3-point attempt for Dupong, no good. Rebound by Vesledal. Vesledal shot up, blocked away by Peyton Hoffman. Steal attempt, that one successful. And poked away, and that's going to be passed out to Dupong. Back over to Malin, inside. Brock up, no good. Rebound to Vesledal. Second chance opportunity is up and good. Caitlin Vesledal has all 6 of the points tonight for Fosston so far. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And Reitmeyer brings the ball into the forward court. Over to Polsrud. Back to Model. Inside to Hoffman. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Polsrud is up and no good either. Vanessa Johnson able to get the rebound. Covered by Erickson. Hustling back. Almost getting the steal. Pass back around Dupong. Dupong from the top of the key. Pass back to Malin. Malin for 3. No good. Rebound going to Polsrud. Polsrud gets it. Gives it over to Reitmeyer. Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer taking it herself. Pass it back over to Hoffman. Hoffman tries to get the shot up. No good. Rebound. That going to Dupong. Dupong brings it across the logo. Shot up for Malin is good. Brindley Malin with the triple. And it's 9-6 on Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And Reitmeyer taking it herself here. Tries to bring it to the left. Gets a screen from Hoffman. Loses the handle. Picks it back up and able to, she loses that one. They're going to call a jump ball on that. So substitutions coming in for the Knights. Cadence Carenta is going to come in for Danica Model, and Sarah Thorson is going to come in for Claire Erickson. So the inbounds pass coming from Reitmeyer, finding Hoffman. Hoffman, pump fake, try to go inside. Turnaround, shot up, no good. Rebound, that finding Kinsley Dupong. Dupong has that poked away by Hoffman. And Thorson picks it up. Thorson trying to work her way inside, gives it over to Cadence Carenta. Shot up, no good. Rebound going to Hallie Reitmeyer. So the Knights able to take it away. 13 minutes on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass over to Thorson. Thorson working it back. 3-point attempt from Hoffman, no good. Rebound, that going to Malin. Pass down court, Barak up, and that is good. Callie Barak able to get a layup there. It is 11-6, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Hallie Reitmeyer gives that to Hoffman. Hoffman pump fake, gets the shot up, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights. Coming in is going to be Claire Erickson once again. Coming out is going to be Peyton Hoffman. Erickson will inbound. And also coming in for the Greyhounds is going to be Tessa Manicky. Coming out is going to be Callie Brock. So the inbounds pass for Erickson. Going to find Paulsrud. Spin move, shot up, no good. Rebound by Mallon. Mallon, touch pass to Vesvedal, who gives it back. Dupont inside to Vesvedal, shot up and good. Caitlin Vesvedal so far tonight, 8 of the first 13 points for the Greyhounds this evening. Allie Reitmeyer bringing it into the forward court. Gives it to Paulsrud. Paulsrud working her way inside, gives it back to Erickson. Out to Reitmeyer. Hallie Reitmeyer, floater, good. Hallie Reitmeyer with 4 points this evening. And so now, pass going around. Greyhounds with the ball. And the shot is up and good. And Reitmeyer brings the ball into the forward court. 15-8 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Passes back over to Paulsrud. Paulsrud back to Reitmeyer. Again, Knights have been doing good moving without the ball here tonight. Now swings it back over to Thorson. Thorson over to Erickson. Claire Erickson back to Reitmeyer into the lane. Floater, no good. Rebound by Vesledal. That one knocked away, almost grabbed and taken away by the Knights, but that's going to be passed up. Vanessa Johnson with it. Vanessa Johnson trying to go cross court. Does. Inbound, or inside pass. Shot's going to be up, but that's going to be a couple of Agramax free throws on the way for Tessa Manicky. So let's see. That foul going against Cadence Correnta is her first of the evening. The first one, no good. Agramax free throws on the way from Tessa Manicky. Coming out is Kinsley Dupont. Coming in is Michaela Hovey. Second one, no good either. That one picked up, fought for, and it's going to be staying underneath. That's going to be a foul. That's going to be against Correnta. That is her second. Couple of quick fouls. And Correnta will come out, as well as Lucy Paulsrud. Coming in will be Danica Model, as well as Peyton Hoffman. So coming in, a couple of Knights coming out. Also, Caitlin Vesledal coming out, getting a rest. The inbounds pass, finding Vanessa Johnson. Almost tipped away there by Sarah Thorson. Good ball movement so far tonight from Fosston. The Greyhounds passing the ball around. That one finding Barak. Barak back over to Mallon. Over to Hovey. Back to Mallon. Now trying to swing it around or going inside. Pass over. Barak has that one taken away by Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer and the Knights trying to get back into this one. Down 7 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Just under 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Again, thank you for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. Pass over, finding Model. Reitmeyer swings it to Erickson. Swinging it to Thorson. Try to go inside with that one to Hoffman. No, knocked away, but Erickson able to get that one. Shot going up, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Claire Erickson. And Erickson, they're going to not count that one, as that one is going to be a turnover. So it will be inbounds pass coming from Tessa Manicky, finding Vanessa Johnson. So Johnson brings the ball into the forward court, swings the ball around to the corner. Moving inside with it, back over to Hovey, who gives it to Johnson. Again, Greyhound's doing a good job here so far tonight when it comes to the ball movement on the offensive side. Handoff back over to Hovey, who gives it to Johnson. And that bounce pass is going to go out of bounds, but that was tipped away by Reitmeyer, so it will stay with the Greyhounds. Again, 15-8 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The inbounds pass coming. That one finding Barak. Back over to Johnson on the left side. No good. Getting tipped out of bounds. And it will be going back with Climax-Fisher. So Corinta will inbound, finds Reitmeyer. Just over halfway through here the first half. Pass over. Finding Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer trying to work her way inside. Gets the shot up. No good. Rebound by Johnson. Vanessa Johnson hustling back. Pass back over. Going inside with it. Shot up by Manicky is good. Tessa Manicky able to get two here in the first half, and it's 17-8, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Peyton Hoffman trying to work her way inside. Gives it back to Danica Model. Model back to Hoffman for three. No good. Rebound. Brought in by Manicky, who gives it to Brindley Mallon. Mallon over to Johnson. Again, Climax-Fisher running that zone defense. Swinging it back around are the Greyhounds. Vanessa Johnson passes that back over to Mallon. Mallon back to Johnson, back to Hovey. And that one going off the fingertips, but able to send that one back over is Johnson. Inside, shot up by Manicky, good. Tessa Manicky with 4 off the bench for the Greyhounds here tonight. 19-8, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Reitmeyer trying to give that one over to Hoffman. Goes into the hands of Corinta. Corinta, that's going to be a jump ball. So coming in is going to be Lucy Polger as well as Claire Erickson. Coming out is going to be Sarah Thorson as well as Cadence Corinta. Also coming out is going to be Vanessa Johnson. So Kinsley Dupong is going to bring the ball into the forward court. Dupong passes that one over to Mallon for three. Got it! Brindley Mallon, 2 triples here in the first half, and that's going to be a timeout taken by Adriana Rooney of the Climax-Fisher Knights. We'll take it with her right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us.
Welcome to Lakes Community Co-op. A new name, familiar faces, continued services, and customer service from your co-op in your community. Lakes Community Co-op. As we move forward, you can depend on us for fuel, propane, animal feed, meat locker plant, milk purchasing and hauling, pet food, hardware, convenience stores, tires, vehicle service, natural gas, and more of our services we provide from Lakes Community Co-op.
And welcome back here to Fisher as we have the Climax-Fisher Knights currently down 22-8 to the Fosston Greyhounds here tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. 7:15 left to go here in the first half on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. Climax-Fisher Knights basketball is Erickson will inbound. And inbounds that to Hallie Reitmeyer. Hand off over to Polger. Polger able to get inside, shot up. No good, but she'll get a couple of Agramax free throws. So Polger already tonight. She currently has 2, excuse me. First one, no good. Second Agramax free throw on the way is up, and no good there. The rebound going to Fosston. Fosston pushing the pace. Slowing it back down. Brindley Mallon with the ball, passes over to Dupong. Back over to Hovey. Hovey swinging it back. And pass over, going down low. That's Manicky swatted away by Polsrud, able to pick that one up. Polsrud now pushing the pace. Polger brings it into the forward court. Slows things down into the half court. Gives it over to Hoffman, who gives it to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer back over to Polger for three. No good. Rebound going to Dupong. Dupong now trying to work up court. They're going to call the foul on Lucy Polgerud. It's going to be Polgerud's first of the night. So inbounding will be Miley Hovey. Gives it over to Kinsley Dupong. So the zone defense is on for Climax-Fisher, and that one taken away, poked away, and it's going to be going with Climax-Fisher. Good defense there from Lucy Polgerud, forcing the turnover. So coming out is going to be Peyton Hoffman. Coming in is going to be Cadence Carinta. And Caitlin Vesledal comes back in for Fosston. And so now Reitmeyer pass over as the Knights try to get things going on offense. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Swinging it back around over to Carinta. Cadence Carinta pump fake, gives it back over to Polgerud. Corner to Model. Danica Model. Back over to Reitmeyer. Fires that cross court over to Polgerud. Polgerud trying to go baseline. Picks it back up, gives it to Reitmeyer. Again, the Knights trying to get things going here on offense. Giving it to Model. Model mid-range jumper up, no good. Rebound going to be fought for. And it's going to be going back with the Greyhounds. Fosston Greyhounds doing a great job here tonight, forcing Climax-Fisher to really work on offense to try to get their points. Coming out will be Miley Hovey. Coming in will be Vanessa Johnson. So Kinsley Dupong will bring the ball into the forward court for the Greyhounds. Pass going around, finding Mallon. Mallon inside, trying to fire that one down low and does to Dupong. No good. Rebound by Vesledal is up and good. Caitlin Vesledal, she has 10 here in the first half. Reitmeyer bounce pass to Polgerud. Covered tightly there, and that's going to be that tight trapping defense. That one taken away by Vanessa Johnson. Vanessa Johnson in transition, going to go coast to coast with the layup. Vanessa Johnson with the layup. She has two, so 26-8 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass over to Polgerud. Thought about the three. Passes over to Erickson. Erickson gives that over to Model. Model going to try to force her way inside. That one blocked over by Vesledal, and now it will be Kinsley Dupong trying to bring the ball back. Pass going back outside. Inside over to Vesledal. Vesledal trying to force her way in, but that's going to be passed over to Manicki, up and good. Tessa Manicki able to go ahead and get her 6th point of the night, 28-8. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass over to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer back to Polgerud. Back into Reitmeyer. Knights trying to create a little bit of room here on offense. Screen set not used there by Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer able to keep it. Swinging that over to Carinta. Carinta thought about it. Gives it back to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer trying to work her way closer and closer to the basket here, backing her way in. Gives it back to Model. Model back to Reitmeyer. Allie Reitmeyer. Almost has that one taken away by Brinley Mallon. Pass over to Carinta. Mid-range jumper up, no good. Rebound going over to Mallon. Mallon gives it to Dupong. Dupong down court. Over to Vesledal, up and good. Caitlin Vesledal with 12. 30-8, just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And that's going to be Polgerud with the floater, no good. Lucy Polgerud gets back up, and she's going to hustle back. Swing the ball down court over to Kinsley Dupong, back out to Johnson, over to Mallon. Mallon for three, triple. Oh, baby, a triple. She's got 3 triples here tonight. She has 9, and timeout taken by Climax-Fisher will take it with them here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
And welcome back here to Fisher, where we have the Climax-Fisher Knights taking on the Fosston Greyhounds. Greyhounds in control right now, 33-8. 2:35 left to go here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. As the inbounds pass goes over to Hallie Reitmeyer. Hoffman comes in. Hoffman gets the ball. Peyton Hoffman going down into the lane, getting the shot up, and she draws the foul. She'll have a couple of Agrimax free throws on the way. Again, call their Fisher location today, 218-891-2211. They're shaping the future of agriculture. Give them a call today. And the first Agrimax free throw is up and good for Hoffman. She has 3. And the second Agrimax free throw on the way is up and good. So Peyton Hoffman with 4 here tonight. And the Greyhounds will bring the ball up past the logo. Passing up to Vanessa Johnson, covered by Claire Erickson. Vesledal inside pass, that one going out of bounds. It will go back with Climax-Fisher. 2:13 left to go here in the first half on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. My producer tonight, Noah. Pass going around. Claire Erickson has that one knocked away, almost taken away by Vesledal. And it will be going back with Fosston. They're going to say last touch there on Sarah Thorson. And so Paulsrud comes in for Sarah Thorson. So the inbounds pass goes over to Reitmeyer, fires it over to Paulsrud. Paulsrud back to Erickson. Erickson has that one taken away by Vesledal. Vesledal off and running. Vesledal shot up and no good. Rebound, that going up, no good from Barak. That second shot opportunity, good. Kelly Barak able to get that one. She has 4. Reitmeyer quickly bringing the ball up for the Knights, slowing things down. Firing it over to Paulsrud. High pass that's received there by Paulsrud. Inside over to Hoffman. That one taken away by Dupong. Dupong hustling back. Kinsley Dupong slowing it up, giving it back over to Mallon. Back to Dupong. Greyhounds have done a great job moving the ball around, creating an opening on the Climax-Fisher Knights defense here tonight. And the screen set, shot up, no good. Rebound, fought for by Hoffman and taken by Peyton Hoffman. Firing down court, over to Claire Erickson. Erickson over to Paulsrud, shot up, good. And the foul. Lucy Paulsrud able to get the shot down and the foul, looking to make it an and one. The Agrimax free throw on the way. And substitution coming in, Tegan Johnson coming in, Claire Erickson coming out. So Lucy Paulsrud with the Agrimax free throw on the way. That is up and good. So Lucy Paulsrud with the and one, making it 35-13. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, 50 seconds and counting here in the first half. Fosston Greyhounds with the ball. Mallon going inside to Vesledal. That one taken away. Reitmeyer with it. Reitmeyer looking down court. Gives that over to Paulsrud in the corner. Paulsrud back over to Hoffman. Hoffman for 3. No good. Rebound. That going to Vesledal. Vesledal over to Mallon. Mallon, 20 seconds and counting. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Slowing things down. Giving it to Johnson. Johnson inside to Dupong. Dupong pass back out to Mallon. Mallon for 3. 4 3-pointers in the first half. Brindley Mallon with 12. Hoffman with the ball. Trying to get her second buzzer beater of the week. And does. Peyton Hoffman with 7 in the first half. We'll have your halftime stats coming up in just a bit here on yourliveevent.com. Stick around as the Fosston Greyhounds have the lead at the half, 38-16, right here on yourliveevent.com. Stay with us.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
New and on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, new 29-foot Wilrich Chisel Pro. Call Chuck or Neil for pricing and more information on this new 29-foot Wilrich Chisel Pro. Also, they have the new 39-foot Wilrich Chisel Plow. Talk to Chuck or Neil and get the deal done on this new 39-foot Wilrich Chisel Plow at Ziegler Ag Equipment. Other used equipment on the lot, Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business. 218-784-2961.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Have you seen the huge selection of used vehicles that Christian Motors of Fertile has? Stop by the lot, talk with one of the guys about the huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and so much more. They've got a great selection of used vehicles right now. You can view them at christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. One of the biggest selection of used vehicles around, it's Christian Motors. They're proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile.
Fosston Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Fosston Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult day care. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District. Since the beginning in 1998, Agrimax has had one simple goal that continues to be a key trait today: to help their customers become better. Over 20 years later, Agrimax has been able to help their customers more than ever. Serving customers in the areas of Fisher, East Grand Forks, and Fertile, Agrimax looks forward to working with you in shaping the future of agriculture. Call their office in Fisher at 218-891-2211 or call them at their location in Fertile at 218-945-3536.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
And welcome into halftime here at Fisher High School, where we have the Fosston Greyhounds currently up over the Climax-Fisher Knights here in Fisher, 38-16. Let's go through your halftime statistics as Brinley Mallon with the lead. With the scoring high so far of the game with 14 points. Following behind her is 12 from Caitlin Vesledal. Behind her is Tessa Manicky off the bench. 4 points from Callie Barak in the starting lineup and 2 from Vanessa Johnson. On the other side for the Climax-Fisher Knights, let's go ahead and take a look as it is Peyton Hoffman with the last-second three-pointer to go ahead and give her the team high of 7. 5 points from Lucy Pauldrud and 4 from Hallie Reitmeyer. As we reach the conclusion here of halftime and head into the second half, we'll go ahead and get you all set to go as the Knights will have the ball at half court. And so it will be Pauldrud to inbound. Knights to get it. 18 minutes left to go here in today's ball game. As we are underway here in the second half, is Reitmeyer with the ball. Reitmeyer swings it over to Hoffman. Hoffman tries to work inside, going against Barak. Hoffman fadeaway, good. Peyton Hoffman able to nail the jumper. She's got 9 now here in the game. Now working their way back is Brindley Mallon. Mallon over to Dupong. Dupong trying to go down the lane, gets the layup up, no good, rebound. That shot going up, no good either, rebound by Hoffman. Hoffman working in transition. Passes back, and they're going to call a carry on Hoffman. So it'll be a turnover for the Knights, and so inbounding will be Vanessa Johnson to Dupong. 38-18, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Over to Mallon. Mallon gets the screen from Barak. Barak inside. Passes that one back, and they're going to call a travel there in Barak. The inbounds pass coming. That finding Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer over to Pauser, who gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to create a little bit of space. Setback 3, good. Bottom of the net. Peyton Hoffman now up to 12 points. 38-21, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Now the Greyhounds trying to get things going, passing it over to Johnson. Back over to Vesledal, finding Dupong. Back out to Mallon. Again, Fosston, first half, had great ball movement, able to swing things around until they were able to find an opening. And the layup up and good for Brindley Mallon. Brindley Mallon now with 16. 40-21 here at Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 16 minutes left to go in the ballgame. Reitmeyer at the logo. Over to Erickson. Inside to Hoffman. Hoffman cooking, and that's going to be a blocking foul. And that's going to be against Callie Barak. That is her first. So the inbounds pass coming from Erickson. Danica Motto comes out. Coming in will be Cadence Carenta. And the inbounds pass finds Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer trying to work her way in. Passes back over to Erickson. Over to Carenta. Carenta finding Reitmeyer. Again, trying to find an opening. That one knocked away by Dupong. It's going to stay with the Knights. And the inbounds pass coming from Paulsrud. Paulsrud, that one knocked away as Mallon able to steal it, gives it over to Johnson. Vanessa Johnson brings the ball into the forward court. Thought about that. 3-point attempt from Dupong, no good. Rebound going to Barak. That pass going to be errant, going out of bounds, and it will go back with the Knights. So the inbounds pass coming. Gives that one over to Hoffman. Hoffman in the lane, tries to give that one back to Reitmeyer. That one taken away by Brindley Mallon. Mallon in the lane, up, and no good, but they're going to call a foul. That foul going to be 2 Agramax free throws, and that foul going to go against Lucy Paulser. That is her second of the game. So a couple of Agramax free throws. Again, 218-891-2211. Their Fisher location. Call them today. Good people. Good service. First one up, no good. Good people, good service. Go ahead and give them a call. Let them know your live event sent you. If they don't pick up, leave a message. I'll get back to you. That one up and good. So that one good from Mallon. And Reitmeyer trying to work her way into the post. Picks up her dribble, tries to give that to Erickson. That one's going to be a turnover, and taken back is Dupong, who gives it up to Barak. Barak takes the dribble, goes up, and gets fouled. It's going to be a foul against Peyton Hoffman. She's able to get that one down. And the basket is good, so she's going to have another Agramax attempt. Again, 218-891-2211. And so trying to complete the and one with the Agramax free throw. That one is up. No good. And rebound going to Climax-Fisher, now hustling back. Reitmeyer. Hoffman for three, no good. Rebound, that one, as a couple of Knights collide there, as that's Vesledal after the miscommunication. Vesledal able to pick that one up, gives it over to Mallon. Inside, gives it back over to Johnson, back over to Vesledal. Trying to fire that cross court and does. Dupong for three, no good. Rebound, corralled in by Carenta. Gives that over to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to hustle back. Hoffman going down court. That one knocked away, taken by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds now bringing the ball into the forward court. Just under 14 left to go in this ball game. 14 minutes. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass inside. That one going up. No good. Rebound. Shot going up. No good. Rebound by Hoffman. And now the pass over to Erickson. Erickson back over to Reitmeyer. And the layup by Paulsrud, no good. And so now Johnson back over to Dupong. Dupong covered by Erickson. Pass inside, shot going up and good. That one good by Brindley Mallon. She has 19. Hoffman gives it back to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer gives that back to Erickson. Again, the Knights trying to get things going on offense. Had a good early start, but the Greyhounds defense has been suffocating here since. Gives it back over to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to give that one over to Erickson. Again, trying to move the ball around, create a little bit of an opening. Erickson with the ball, gives it inside, trying to give that to Paulsrud. That one knocked away. Dupong in transition, trying to hustle back, getting the shot up. The foul is going to be called. No good, but a couple of Agramax free throws on the way. And that's going to be a foul going against Claire Erickson. That is her third. So 45-21 your score. The first Agramax free throw is up and good. And one good for Dupong. And so Erickson will come out. Same with Hoffman. Most full subs coming in. It's going to be Tegan Johnson. It will also be Anna Nesvig. Tegan Johnson, Anna Nesvig, as well as Sarah Thorson, Cadence Carenta, and Danica Model. And the second Agramax free throw is up and good. Kinsley Dupong now with two. So Cadence Carenta brings the ball into the forward court. Pass over to Model. Back to Sarah Thorson. Over to Tegan Johnson. Again, trying to get the ball moving there, and that's going to be recovered. Almost taken away by Mallon. And Thorson swings it back over to Nesvig. Nesvig back out to Model. And they're going to call a foul. Blocking foul is going to go against Fosston there. That's going to go against Caitlin Vesledal. That is her first of the night. The inbounds pass coming. Pass trying to find Sarah Thorson. That one knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Knights. Again, a 47-21 Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard here this evening. And the inbounds pass coming from Tegan Johnson, going inside, trying to find Danica Model, and does, and that's going to be a jump ball. So it will be going back with Fosston. And so the inbounds pass going to Kinsley Dupong. Dupong brings it into the forward court. Over to Mallon. Mallon inside. Shot going up for Manicky is good. Tessa Manicky able to get the lay-in. That's 49-21 Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And Carenta passing that one back over to Nesvig. Nesvig back to Johnson. Tegan Johnson with the lay-in. Tegan Johnson able to get that one. 49-23 Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. So that is Kinsley Dupont getting the screen set and the pass going inside for Tessa Manicky. No good. Rebound by Cadence Carenta. Carenta able to go ahead, bring the ball into the forward court. Drives for the corner. That's going to be poked out of bounds by Kinsley Dupont. And some substitutions coming in. Hallie Reitmeyer and Lucy Palsrud coming in for Anna Nesvig and Cadence Carenta. And coming out is going to be Kinsley Dupont for Vanessa Johnson. Sarah Thorson to inbound. Finds Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer moving towards the top of the key. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson pump faked. Gives it back to Reitmeyer. Getting the screen from Thorson. Reitmeyer picks up her dribble. Gives it back to Palsrud. Palsrud in. Tegan Johnson shot up, but she's able to draw the Agramax free throws. So Tegan Johnson will step to the free throw line after the foul. That foul going against Genevieve Rue, the senior off the bench. The first one is up and good. So Tegan Johnson now with 3. 49-24, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard as Caitlin Vesledal comes out. And the second Agramax free throw is up and no good. Rebound corralled by Genevieve Rue. Passing back around, that's going to be Manicky who gives it back to Johnson. Again, Fosston has done a great job creating openings, but that one almost taken away. Johnson recovering. Vanessa Johnson trying to go inside, passes that one back over. It's Brinley Mallon swinging it back around. Basically going around the world here with the Fosston Greyhounds as the passes over beyond the three-point arc. Manicky gives it back to Vanessa Johnson. Over to Mallon. Mallon trying to work her way inside, gives it over to Manicky, and good. Tessa Manicky with 10 off the bench. Hallie Reitmeyer passes that one back over to Danica Model. Model finding Palsrud over to Reitmeyer. Tegan Johnson picks up her dribble, gives it back to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to work her way inside, getting the shot up, draws the foul. Shot no good, but she'll have a couple of Agramax free throws on the way here. And so, as we await the Agramax free throw, first one is up and no good. And the second Agramax free throw on the way for Peyton Hoffman is on the way, and that is up and no good. Rebound by the Greyhounds. To bring the ball into the forward court, that is Brinley Mallon. Gives it over to Johnson. 9:20 and counting left to go on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Good ball movement from the Greyhounds. Brinley Mallon thought about it, gives it back to Vanessa Johnson for 3. No good. Not able to connect on the hoop on that one. So be an air ball going out of bounds, and it will be night basketball. Substitutions coming in. Danica Model coming out. And so Hallie Reitmeyer bringing the ball into the forward court. Passes over to Palsrud. Reitmeyer over to Erickson. Erickson thought about it, gives it back over to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to create a little bit of space. Gets the foul. It's going to be staying underneath the hoop. And that's going to be a foul going against Callie Barak. That is her third of the night. So the inbounds pass from Claire Erickson inside to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer gets the floater up, no good. Rebound going to the Greyhounds. That's going to be corralled there by Vesledal. Kinsley Dupont, after coming back into the game, takes the ball into the forward court, passes over to Mallon. Passing that one back over to Manicky, swinging it back around. And the Greyhound just holding on to it, passing it back and forth, holding it at the half-court line, swinging it down. That one knocked out of bounds. But what I can only describe as a missile, that is Lucy Paulsrud on that one as she went barreling into the wall there. The inbounds pass coming after Cadence Corinta comes in for Tegan Johnson. The inbounds pass coming from Brinley Mallon. And the shot from the elbow, up no good. Rebound going to Hoffman. Peyton Hoffman pushing the pace up now. Firing down over to Cadence Corinta. That's going to go off Corinta's hands. 51-24, 8 minutes left to go here in today's ball game on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Dupong, pass over to Mallon. So it'll be Mallon with the ball. Just trying to dribble the clock out a bit here and passing it back over to Mallon, back over to Dupong. Dupong back over to Mallon. Over to Manicky. Swinging the ball around. Again, just playing keep away at this point. And pass over to Manicky. Cross court over to Dupong inside. That one going over to Barak. A layup up and no good. Rebound by Hoffman. Hoffman now running down court. She's going to go ahead, get the layup up, and that's good. Got a chance for the and one courtesy of the Agramax free throw. Peyton Hoffman now with 14. And that is up and good. So Peyton Hoffman now with 15 after the Agramax free throw. Now passing that one back over. Kinsley Dupong, pass back to Barak. That one taken away by Reitmeyer. 51-24, 7 minutes and counting on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Fosston Greyhounds in the lead. Reitmeyer trying to find an opening, and does with Paulsrud. Paulsrud working her way inside, up off the glass, and good. Lucy Paulsrud able to nail that one. She's got 7. Greyhounds trying to move the ball around and kill some of the clock. 6:30 and counting left to go here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. That one knocked away, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Greyhounds. So the inbounds pass coming. That one going from Mallon. That one going to just go over the line there and be recovered by Barak. And so Mallon giving it back over to Dupong. Back over to Mallon as the Greyhounds try to just swing the ball around and kill some of the clock. Good ball movement again throughout the night here. And that one is going to be a jump ball. The inbounds pass coming from Reitmeyer. That goes to Hoffman. We'll bring the ball into the forward court. Hoffman steps into a 3. Got it. Peyton Hoffman with 18 here tonight. 51-32, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The Greyhounds with the lead. And Kinsley Dupong working her way inside. Layup up and good. Kinsley Dupong with 4 here tonight. Reitmeyer got covered there by Mallon. Going inside to Hoffman. Hoffman getting the shot up and getting the foul. She'll have a couple more Agramax free throws on the way. She's looking to get to 20 here tonight. So Hoffman so far tonight with 18 points. The first Agramax free throw is up and no good. And so substitution coming in as Manicky comes in for Kelly Barak. And the second Agramax free throw is up and good. So Hoffman with 19 here tonight. And so now, Brinley Mallon brings the ball into the forward court. As they try to draw the double, Maneke swinging it back over to Dupong, or to Vesledal, excuse me. Vesledal working her way inside. That one knocked away, going out of bounds by Paulsrud. And the inbounds pass coming to Vesledal, gives it back over to Mallon. Pass over to Dupong. Dupong passes that one over, intercepted, taken away there by the Knights. Claire Erickson passes up to Reitmeyer. And 53-33 your score currently. Pass over, Erickson thought about the three. Tries to pass that one taken away by Vesledal. Vesledal passes that over, and the Greyhounds will get the ball into the forward court. And Caitlin Vesledal thought about the pass, steps back. As the Greyhounds have been doing this for the last couple of minutes, we're 4 minutes and counting here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. That one almost poked away by Paulsrud. Passed over to Brinley Mallon. Mallon over to Vesledal. Inside, that one. It's going to be a foul. A couple more Agramax free throws on the way. And that's going to be a foul against Cadence Corinta. That is her third of the night. So Corinta, that is her third. Some substitutions coming in for the Knights. The first Agramax free throw is up and no good from Tessa Maneke. Coming in, Tegan Johnson, as well as Sarah Thorson and Danica Model. Coming out is going to be Peyton Hoffman, as well as Cadence Corinta. And the second Agramax free throw is no good, but the second shot up is no good either. And the rebound corralled by the Greyhounds. Going inside, Dupong pass over to Vesledal is up and good. Caitlin Vesledal with 14 here this evening. Allie Reitmeyer picking up the pace, bringing the ball into the forward court. Reitmeyer swings it over to Tegan Johnson. Johnson, step back, gives it over to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer inside. Try to give that one, taken away by Maneke. And Mallon, pass over to Johnson. Now the Greyhounds going to swing it around up top. And again, basically playing keep away. 3 minutes left to go in the ballgame, and that's going to be a jump ball forced by Lucy Paulsrud. So it will stay with the Greyhounds. So Hoffman comes in, Paulsrud comes out. So the inbounds pass coming from the Greyhounds. Inbound over to Dupong. Dupong layup up and good. Dupong now with 6. So Reitmeyer bringing the ball into the forward court. Passes that one back over to Hoffman. Hoffman, step away three. That one made a little bit of contact on that. That one deflected, and so now it'll be Greyhound basketball. Hoffman trying to get the ball back, taken away by Tegan Johnson. Tegan Johnson in transition. Trying to get that one back, no, and they're going to call a foul. Let's see who the foul is going to be called on. That's going to be called against Tegan Johnson. That is her first of the night. So it will be Greyhound basketball, 57-33, 2:34 left to go here in the ball game. And the inbounds pass, Kinsley Dupong able to get the layup up and good. Kinsley Dupong with 8. Inbounds pass over to Hoffman. Peyton Hoffman, timeout taken. That taken by Climax-Fisher. We'll take it with them here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they are preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
And welcome back here to Fisher, where the Fosston Greyhounds have a 59-33 lead over the Climax-Fisher Knights here this evening. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, my producer tonight, Noah, as we go ahead and have the Climax-Fisher Knights with the basketball to inbound. 2:21 left to go in this one on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And the inbounds pass. They go into Peyton Hoffman. Hoffman thought about it. And passing back over to Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer trying to find a little bit of an opening here. And inbound or inside pass, that one getting taken away by Dupong. Dupong going back in transition, going up with a layup, up and good. And the foul. She's going to try to get the and one courtesy of the Agramax free throw. Kinsley Dupong now with 10 here in the second half. And the Agramax free throw coming. Claire Erickson will come in for Danica Model. And so 2 minutes left to go here in today's contest, and that is up and good. Kinsley Dupong now with 11. So Reitmeyer brings the ball into the forecourt. Pass to her left, three-point attempt from Erickson, good. Claire Erickson burying the triple. 62-36, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Fosston Greyhounds with the ball in the lead. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go here and counting. Greyhounds been playing keep away for the last 5.5 minutes at this point to kill the clock a little bit. Pass going back out to Mallon. Mallon losing the handle on that. Going to Tegan Johnson. Reitmeyer thought about it, slows it back down, walks it back. Minute 15 left, hands it over to Peyton Hoffman. Hoffman spin move inside, getting the foul. Shove another couple of Agramax free throws on the way. Again, 1:11 left to go in today's ball game. That foul going to be against Brinley Mallon. That is her fourth. Coming in will be Genevieve Rue. First one up, no good. And Vesledal will come out. Rue will come in. And the second Agramax free throw is up and good. Peyton Hoffman, cool 20 here tonight for the Knights. Pass going up. That one finding Dupong. Dupong. Pass over to Johnson. Johnson slowing it back down. Passing that one back over to Mallon. Greyhound's been swinging the ball around on offense throughout the night here tonight. And shot going up. Offensive foul. No bucket, no good. So no good on the basket. So it will be Knight basketball. So Hoffman brings the ball into the forward court, getting the screen from Erickson. Shot going up from Hoffman, good. Peyton Hoffman with 22. Mallon moves the ball into the forward court. That one almost poked away. And that's going to be jump ball. So it'll be a Knight basketball. Heading back the other way, 62-39, 31 seconds left to go on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Erickson Reitmeyer, excuse me. Pass over to Hoffman. Hoffman back out to Reitmeyer. Thought about the three. Takes a mid-range instead. Shot up, no good. Rebound. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be Greyhound basketball. Just under 18 seconds left to go here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And the inbounds pass coming from Mallon. It's full court pass going down. That's going up to Vanessa Johnson. That is up and good. Johnson now with 40 here tonight. 64-39, 10 seconds and counting. Reitmeyer gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman for three, no good. Rebound. That one being knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Climax-Fisher. 3 seconds and 3.1 seconds left to go here in the ball game. As Miley Hovey will come in. Brinley Mallon will go ahead and come out. And the inbounds pass going over to Hoffman, received by Erickson. That's going to do it for time. Hoffman jumper, no good. Your final. Fosston getting the 64-39 win over Climax-Fisher here tonight. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we will have your post-game report, but that will do it for your in-game action. Again, your final, Fosston Greyhounds getting the win 64-39 right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us for the post-game report after this.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and extracurricular activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
And welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Your final, the Fosston Greyhounds getting the 64-39 win. Joining me now here on the post-game report is our Enbridge Energy player of the game, that being Brinley Mallon. And Brinley, you know, for you tonight, 19 points. Seemed like you were locked in from the start. 4 3-pointers in the first half. You know, is that something that you feel in the pregame, or is that something that kind of comes along as the game comes along for you?
I'd say in the pregame, I think if you warm up hard like it is game, it'll carry over into the game.
And then what's an aspect of your game that you've really been focusing on, especially throughout this year, of trying to improve, and how's it been coming along for you?
Definitely defense and rebounds. I think, you know, the saying defense wins championships, that's definitely something that our team lives by. So I think defense and rebounds will have to be it.
And then, you know, for your offense especially, you know, the ball movement was something that really seemed like it was such an emphasis for you guys. Is that something that you guys have naturally been trying to do, or is that something that, you know, Coach Viken's really been hammering home with you guys?
I think it's something that comes naturally. We're a very unselfish team, and whoever has the best shot, we want to take it.
And then what's an aspect for you that, you know, as the season's kind of come along, where do you think that the biggest area of growth from you and the rest of the girls has really kind of come in this season?
I'm going to have to say coming out strong in the second half. We had a slow stretch in the middle of our season so far that, you know, we kind of get a little unfocused, but the past couple of games we've really come out hard.
And then another aspect too, you know, every year, you know, you have girls that graduate, but even if you're returning the majority of the same players, it's always a different feel in the locker room. So for you, what's the locker room been like around these girls this year?
I think we have a really good team chemistry. Probably out of all the teams I've been a part of, I think this one has been the closest one.
And then, for you again tonight, playing in a back-to-back, how difficult is that for you, coming back off of a win last night, being able to come back tonight, play as well as you did here tonight?
Definitely getting rest, eating good food, and, just keeping focused on the goal towards the end of the season.
Brinley Mallon, she is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. I'll let you pick out a T-shirt from the bag over here. Thank you for joining me on the postgame show.
Thank you.
All right, that is Brinley Mallon, the junior, joining me from the Fosston Greyhounds. And coming up next, joining me here is going to be Kelly Viken, head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds. And, Coach, we talked about, on offense especially and, on the defensive side, you guys being locked in and coming off of that back-to-back. First back-to-back of the season for you guys. What did you see from the girls here tonight?
I really like how we played the first half. We played with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. The 5 on the floor were playing well together, both on the defensive end and the offensive end. I thought the second half we came out pretty good there, but then we kind of had a stretch there in the middle, 5 minutes or so where we just weren't as focused. And, they made a little run on us, got it back down to, I think, 20, 22, something like that. But after that, we kind of calmed down and finished the game out strong.
And in talking with Brinley, she mentioned the fact that, the girls are just naturally unselfish. And, you can really tell on the score sheet, you have 4 players in double figures here tonight. What does that say about these girls? And also, what does it say about your offense, the fact that you guys are able to kind of balance that around?
Well, the more balance you can have, the better. The more players that are scoring. If you just have 1 or maybe 2 players that do all the scoring, defensively you can kind of focus in on that and really double up or do some things to try and slow that down. Like I've said many times during the season so far, I really like how we're sharing the basketball. We're not selfish. We're passing that ball around and we're hitting the open person. So we're trying to get the shot that's a high percentage shot to make.
And, I mentioned her too, and I talked with her, but Brinley Mallon, tonight, again, 19 points leading the way for you guys, but, not just in the scoring department, able to move the ball around quite a bit. What did you think of Brinley's performance here tonight? What do you think of her this season?
Brinley has really taken a big step forward from last year. I mean, she played well last year, but she's just taken a whole nother step forward. She has such basketball IQ. She sees the floor well. She knows what teams are doing. And she's a leader out there on the floor, and she can certainly handle that basketball.
And what do you guys have coming up next for you guys? You're coming up.
Well, we got a huge game coming up. We got North Home Kellier coming. They're a very good team. It's up at their house. And, this game is going to mean a lot when it comes to seeding for the sections.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, best of luck. Looking forward to seeing how your girls do the rest of the season. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, that is Coach Kelly Viken of the Fosston Greyhounds, head coach, and the Greyhounds victorious tonight, 64-39 over the Climax-Fisher Knights here, getting the win. Again, your final 64-39. And again, that is your final. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into more of the post-game interviews as well as our post-game statistics and awards here following the Fosston Greyhound 64-39 win here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us.
Welcome to Lakes Community Co-op. A new name, familiar faces, continued services, and customer service from your co-op in your community. Lakes Community Co-op. As we move forward, you can depend on us for fuel, propane, animal feed, meat locker plant, milk purchasing and hauling, pet food, hardware, convenience stores, tires, vehicle service, natural gas, and more of our services we provide from Lakes Community Co-op.
And welcome back here to Fisher, where the Fosston Greyhounds getting the win 64-39 over the Climax-Fisher Knights. And joining me now is head coach Adriana Rooney of the Climax-Fisher Knights. And Coach, for you, again, we talked about earlier in the week, you guys having the loss against Norman County East Hewlett hit it all. But it felt like in the second half here tonight, beginning of that second half, your girls were able to get onto a pretty good stretch there, scoring the basketball and getting the offense really getting into a rhythm.
Yeah, the second half, they didn't give up, which was really great to see. The second half, we definitely came out, felt like we, got our first 8 points in the first half, and then couldn't buy a basket, so that was kind of tough. But yeah, we just can't let ourselves dig that deep of a hole, and it's hard to bounce back from that.
Yeah, and then, especially, I know we've talked about her throughout the season especially, but Lucy Paulsrud, it felt like she was really just going after any anytime you saw the ball zooming around, I think I called her a blur at one point, running into the wall trying to steal the ball. You know, her on defense, it really felt like that effort was really there throughout the game here tonight.
Yeah, no, she's a little go-getter, especially when, you know, they kind of go to the top and start stalling. I'm glad that she can recognize that and then goes up and puts a little more pressure on them, and so that was good to see too. You know, yeah, she's just a little go-getter.
And then, you know, one player that really kind of stuck out to me was Tegan Johnson, especially. You know, she had 3 points tonight, but doing the little things, whether it be just trying to find the ball throughout the game, just poking away rebounds, able to steal away the ball a few times. You know, it seems like she's really been improving over these last few games. What have you seen from Tegan throughout the season?
I mean, yeah, she's done a great job, and it does come down to the little things. You know, when you do all the little things right, it makes the big things a lot better. And if she ends up not getting the ball or anything, she's putting other girls into position to get the ball for rebounds. And yeah, she's been working her way back up. You can tell she wants to earn her playing time, and that's what she's doing.
And I know we've talked about, you know, your team being young throughout this season as well. Tegan Johnson, an 8th grader. You've had, obviously, Peyton Hoffman tonight, 22 points, 15 in the second half, 7th grader. Lucy Paulsard, 8th grader. You know, what's the development of some of these younger girls as this season's kind of come along? And I know we talk about the importance of it, but just what have you seen from these girls?
I mean, they have to rise to that level. Last year, last year, Tegan and Lucy both came up and played varsity, like JV varsity, and so they didn't really get that junior high experience. And I mean, Peyton hasn't gotten that junior high experience either, so that can get a little tough. You know, you don't want to wear them out, but I think they've done a great job with coming up and playing at that varsity level, and yeah.
Yeah, and out of anything, you could have fooled me that it's been 1 or 2 years that they haven't even stepped into a high school quite yet. So, you know, at this point, you know, throughout this season, you know, where do you think, I know we talked about it before, but especially after a game like tonight again against a tough opponent like Fosston, you know, what really impressed you tonight from these girls as a whole?
You know, they didn't give up, and they showed that at the end. They may have started working a little bit harder at the end, which I wish we could do that the whole game. But yeah, they don't give up, and they just like to play basketball. So it's, yeah.
And Coach, one last thing for you. What do you guys got coming up next?
I think we have Winnemac and maybe Mahnomen-Waban. I don't know. My brain doesn't work very well, so I don't remember a lot of things.
No, you're good. You're good. Out of anything, I believe it is Winnemac here on Monday.
I think so, yep.
So I'll be on the call for that one. So I will talk to you again on Monday. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Adriana Rooney of the Climax-Fisher Knights. Again, Fosston Greyhounds getting the win 64-39 here on the YourLiveEvent.com postgame report. We'll come back with our postgame awards as well as dive into some of our statistics coming up right after this.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
And welcome back here to Fisher for our YourLiveEvent.com post-game report. Again, the Fosston Greyhounds getting the win 64-39 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Let's go ahead and get into our post-game awards before we get into our statistics and put a bow on this one here on YourLiveEvent.com. Let's go ahead and start with our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. So the Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Let's go ahead and give that one. That's going to go to Kinsley Dupong. Kinsley Dupong, she finished with 11 points in the second half, but, you know, throughout the game, bringing the ball up for the Fosston Greyhounds, she was setting up quite a bit on the offensive side. So she is going to be our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection for connecting with the rest of her teammates on the offensive side. And when it comes to the Halstead Telephone Company, they are local and reliable. You can trust them. It's how you connect. That's visit halsteadtel.com. So now, after the Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection going to Kinsley Dupont, let's go ahead and give our RDK Precision Player of the Game. So our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, that is going to go over to Peyton Hoffman tonight. 22 points, 15 in the second half for the 7th grader of Climax-Fisher. She had 22 this evening, so she is going to be our Halstead Telephone Company, our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. And look, I mean, we're less than 90 days away from spring planting. That's right, 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have the parts on hand? Are there any upgrade options that you've decided on and purchased? Look, the folks at RDK Enterprises can help you. Spring will be here before you know it, and they will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. And, of course, last but certainly not least, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That is going to be Brinley Mallon, Brinley Mallon with 19 points here tonight. She had 14 in the first half, including 4 triples. 4 3-pointers in the first half. So Brinley Mallon, she also led the offense quite a bit, along with Kinsley Dupont. So she is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And when it comes to Enbridge Energy, of course, look, tomorrow is happening right now, and now more than ever, you need a clean, affordable, or you need a safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. Visit tomorrowison.com. Enbridge Life takes energy. And let's get into our final stats. Starting with the Fosston Greyhounds, leading the way is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and that being Brinley Mallon. Brinley Mallon with 19 points. Following her up was the senior Caitlin Vesledal with 14 points this evening. Kinsley Dupont, our HTC, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, she had 11. Behind her, Tessa Manicky coming off the bench. She had 10. Callie Barak with 6, and Vanessa Johnson with 4. On the other side for the Climax-Fisher Knights, Peyton Hoffman leading the way with 22 and leading all scorers with 22 points here this evening. Lucy Paulsrud had 7, and behind her was Hallie Reitmeyer with 4. Tegan Johnson, the 8th grader, with 3. And Claire Erickson with a triple of her own. So that's going to go ahead and do it for us tonight. Again, we want to thank all of you for tuning in, but especially want to thank our sponsors. Again, without them, we would not be able to bring this broadcast to you today. So again, we want to say a special thank you to all of our sponsors, and you can say thank you to our sponsors by going ahead and showing them your patronage today and telling them that your live event sent you. So for me, I'm Mac Robinson. For me and for my producer, Noah, here tonight, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody, and stay safe and stay warm.